Charities are built to be a reliable way to help those in need. Who better than to trust the fifth largest charity in the U.S. in terms of revenue generated, and home to more than 9 massive directives under which life altering changes can be made to those in need? You should listen to this speech because this organization can masterfully move your money into multiple different and equally important areas in order to benefit the most needy. I am considered credible for this to represent this charity because I am a Catholic and I have spent time working for this organization and have done extensive research on this topic. Catholic Charities USA is one of the best places to put your money and to make a lasting impact on the lives of real people. First, I will describe how unreliable charities have led to a mistrust of reliable charities in recent years. Next, I will tell you about Catholic Charities USA and how they help to redeem charities and do good work. Finally, I will tell you what and how you can change the future through right action. There are charities and companies that do not tell you where your money is going directly, and that can lead to shady practices. The issue results in the mistrust of good organizations. These companies take your money and they tell you what cause it's going to, but they don't let you track it. They don't tell you where, who, how, why. They just tell you what it's doing. And the need for a sense of trust in the charity that you give money to, the money that you hard-earned, your hard-earned American dollars, is incredibly important when you're giving away money freely. You're not owing this to anyone. You're doing it freely, and so it's incredibly important that you track that money. You know that it's going somewhere reliable. You know it's going toward a good cause. The danger of having unreliable charities is that now there's this stigma that's translated to all these organizations in a similar way, which then leads to a lack of funds for the worthy causes and the worthy charities, and for the people that need the money the most will lose out. People are afraid to give money to a good charity because they've heard about a bad charity, and they don't want to give money to a bad cause, and they're not going to take that chance. This is the issue we're facing currently. According to bbcwisegivingalliance.org, fewer than 1 in 5 Americans trust charities. This doesn't imply that they give, it just means that they at least trust the organization. But it's a startling statistic in the times that we have with ridiculous wage gaps, where only 1 in 5 people even trust any charities. This can have drastic effects on your life and the lives of your friends and family members, not being able to get solid, no strings attached help from people who want to give that help, but they don't have the funds because the people that they get the funds from aren't giving the funds. This is the issue. This is the self-fulfilling prophecy of these bad organizations, that they continuously ruin themselves and ruin others like them until charities will run out and there will be nothing left. Catholic Charities USA is a coalition that was founded in 1910 in hopes of unifying the goals of local charities and giving them resources to make a bigger impact than they would normally manage. They took between 100 and 200 smaller charities and they combined them at a headquarters that let them more effectively and more corporately manage and distribute wealth and resources in order to help larger groups of people in a shorter amount of time. Catholic Charities USA is the 5th largest charity in America in terms of revenue generated, and is a well-structured coalition of smaller charities that share in the resources and influence, enabling them to most help the common good of the men and women that they're serving. The founding in 1910 helped to allocate the resources more efficiently to help the poor and the needy, which was extremely influential right before the Great Depression. The main purpose is to help those in need by pooling the talents and resources of the smaller charities and using them to exact changes that can benefit many people on a very personal basis. They have been a credible and productive organization of good people who want to serve those who need help. Catholic Charities USA works to help everyone and anyone who needs help most, not just those who are Catholic or Christian. They help anyone and everyone who needs help. That is the foundation that they are built on. They are currently providing aid to those experiencing hardship during the winter storms that have torn across the U.S. and are putting many people in a hard place. They have donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to provide hot meals and warm clothes and even paid for medical treatment for those affected by the bitter cold. The issue of donating to this company that you may have is that it's a Catholic organization. And in recent years, there's been a mistrust of the Catholic Church due to recent events. Now, I disagree wholeheartedly with that mistrust, but I can understand where it comes from. There's no need to be concerned, as while this organization is Catholic, it is not a function of the Catholic Church. And so there is no direct influence that way. It would be no different than donating to the Red Cross or Salvation Army, where there are no ties to the Catholic Church other than in the practices they follow. Any money donated can be directed in almost any way imaginable. The funds you give can go to anything from affordable housing to immigrant and refugee services to disaster relief. If there is money given to the Catholic Charities USA, then you can choose what you get from it and where it goes. The analogy that I've been using is the vending machine. You can put your money in, and you have all these possible choices of where it can go. You can send it across the country, across the world, different continents. It could be across the street. It could go to, human services. It could go to feeding the hungry, feeding the homeless, insurance for veterans, insurance for anyone overseas, helping with nutrition and food for the homeless. You have all these choices, but it's still your money. So you get to decide exactly where it goes. The vending machine is just the vehicle that moves the money and gives you what you wanted. The vending machine doesn't make money. What happens is the vending machine trades your money for what you wanted. And that is how this organization is tended to work in such excellent ways, is that it is a very, very efficient funnel for money and resources that can then be distributed to where they're most needed and the areas that will benefit most from having that money. You pick what you like, and that's what you get. With all the options that you have, whatever you want, you get, and there's no taking a cut here, this person needs a cut, the organization needs a cut, here's a donation to something you don't want. Where you want your money is where it goes, and where your money goes is where it stays until it helps the people you want it to help. And that is the basis of this organization, is to help those who need it. As a reminder, first I shared with you the severity of unreliable charities and the harm that they can cause to good organizations. I then talked about the organization of the Catholic Charities USA Foundation and how they are working against that notion to do good things for good people. Finally, I showed you the future that can be had if you work through this group and what a reliable charity like the CCUSA does and how they do it in order to build up that reliability and build up that efficiency that lets them help as many people as possible for the fewest amount of dollars. I ask that you consider to donate to Catholic Charities USA and make a donation that will affect the lives of real people wherever you want them to be affected. If you want to affect home or abroad, wherever you want. I ask that you support the work that they do and really just help your fellow man. Catholic Charities USA is one of the best places to put your money and to make a lasting impact on the lives of real people. Getting a hot meal to warm yourself in the cold is something that is so basic yet so beautiful. Getting extra money to help buy groceries in between jobs so you can feed your family is pure relief. Getting insurance for yourself and your son while your husband is overseas is priceless. All these things are done through one charity, one organization that does so many things, but at its core does one: help those who need it. Thank you.